Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara and I am wrapping up a 2.5-year makeup no-buy. And basically what that means is I have a very curated makeup collection at the moment. Probably the most curated that it's been since I started wearing makeup. I think I first started like here and there wearing, I remember specifically this brown eyeshadow in I think grade 8, but then I didn't wear mascara for the first time until like grade 10 maybe, which like think about that, wearing literally nothing else on your face except for brown eyeshadow. That is something you can only get away with in middle school. All this to say, I am really happy with what my makeup collection is looking like currently, and it is the most curated it has ever been because at the beginning I was just buying like anything and everything. I hadn't really had a healthy relationship to makeup until these past couple of years. So I think I'm finally at the level with my collection where I will be comfortable showing it all, doing like a full makeup inventory. I've been waiting so long because I didn't want to feel like ashamed of what my collection looked like, that it was just like a disaster that still needed to be like cleared out and curated. But obviously 2.5 years of thinking really critically about your makeup collection will make you more conscientious about your purchases and what is in your collection. So at some point I will do a full makeup inventory. If you're new here, you may be thinking, well, over the past 2.5 years, if you weren't bringing any new makeup items into your collection, what were you using? I was using what I already had in my collection. This segues us into, this segues us into today's topic, which is all the makeup that I finished over the past 6 months. I really wanted to do an end of the year wrap up in 2020 showing all of the products that I'd finished from that full year, but because I moved and I had taken all my things to recycle at L'Occitane a couple months prior to that, I didn't have that many empties to actually showcase. So I'm just going to be doing this because it is 6 months into the year, so I will show you all of the products that I have finished over the past 6 months. Now, I do regular empties videos where I showcase the products that I have finished, so if you watch all of my videos you will have seen all of these before, but it is nice to see all of them together. I find it satisfying when I'm watching people, even if I've watched all their previous empties video, if they do like a year-end wrap-up or a 6-month wrap-up of all of their empties, I still enjoy watching that. So hopefully you will as well, even if you have seen my previous empties videos. I will say before we get started that I tried to do my nails this week. I did them on Thursday evening and it's now Saturday morning because I know I do close-ups of makeup products in pretty much all my videos, and my nails, they don't look bad, but they have nothing on them. Like I just haven't done them in months. So I tried to do them and I used this very sparkly color and they fully chipped off. Like, can you see where the chip offs came? So I just tried to fill that in very quickly now. Sorry about that. I tried my best. So I'm going to start out with the products that I feel like are the most impressive to pan, like that take the longest. So those are the powder products. So I have one powder blush, one powder pressed powder, and one bronzer. And then I will do foundations because I have 2 foundations. Then I will do lip products. Then I will do mascaras, and then everything else. Okay, blush first because this is just, I think, the most impressive. I have emptied the fewest blushes out of any category. So there you are. This is my Fox in a Box blush. I'm gonna have to do these fairly quickly because there's so many products, like way more than a regular empties video. NYC Smooth Skin pressed face powder. So both of these I had for so many years that I had actually done quite a bit of progress before I even started trying to pan them. Same with this one. This is the Goddess blush from Wet n Wild. First bronzer I ever panned. And then I also finished another bronzer, but I had depotted it into this MAC paint pot. So 2 bronzers, 1 blush, and 1 pressed powder. Okay, next I have foundations. So I finished this Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation as well as this Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. Can't believe I got through 2 foundations. This one didn't take me as long as this one. I think because I had used more of this when I started, this one I had barely used anything because I didn't like it very much, and honestly, like, props to me for actually finishing this because I did not enjoy it. And these are both gloss, which is like kind of high quality for drugstore foundations. All of these, like, I do not remember the prices. I cannot tell you the estimated cost of all of these products together, so I just won't be doing that. But they are pretty much all drugstore. Total empties cost is probably not going to be that high. But yeah, I finished 2 foundations. Very excited about that. It's kind of funny because the foundations I'm currently using I don't enjoy very much, but I also didn't enjoy the foundations I already finished. I think I just need to like figure out what I want and what I like in a foundation. Next, I said I would do lip products. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 lip products. So I have 2 lipsticks. This is the Maybelline Pink Freeze. I don't think I recommend any of these products so far, honestly. That Fox in a Box blush I really did like, but that's about it. So this is what it looked like. It's way too pink for my preferences. I honestly don't know how I finished that one. And then this one, Mango Tango, I think this is from L'Oreal. I did not scoop the product out of these because I didn't like them enough to do that. This one was marginally better because I do like the smell, but I'm just glad to be done these. Literally all of these I'm glad to be done. This is a MAC lip gloss. I didn't quite finish it, so I think there's a bit of product left, but it started making me, oh no, feel kind of gross. Like I just didn't enjoy using this. I felt like it had expired because I felt like almost nauseous when I would smell it. So yeah, I'm calling that an empty. And then this lip balm, this is the Rocky Mountain Soap Company lip balm, probably the oldest product in my whole collection, and it's still fine, which like kind of scares me that it smelled fine and it was fine to use. So 1 lip balm. Wow, how did I only finish 1 lip balm? I guess it's because in previous years on this no-buy, I was mostly using up lip balms day to day, but because I've been home throughout COVID, I can feel free to like use whatever kind of lipstick I want. So I tended to use more of those because I have way more lipsticks to get through than I do lip balms. Okay, let's talk mascaras. This is the category that I have the most products finished. I have 5 mascaras. Very impressive. Now, I will attribute this to the fact that some of these were like already finished when I started trying to use them. So Illegal Lengths, this one from Maybelline, it used to be my favorite. And when I reached for it this year to try to see if it was finished or not, because I did do a couple of mascara videos, I will link them here, trying to declutter my mascara collection, and when I opened this I was like, oh, it's like already finished. So I didn't have to really do anything regarding that one. Same with this Double Extend. This is from Revlon, oh, L'Oreal. I used to really enjoy this because there is a primer side, and I actually like the primer. That one was already finished. And then this Lancome Black mascara. This was just a sample, but I actually very much enjoyed this. I don't know why I'm surprised, but oh, it smelled so bad. That one really needed to be gone. I really like that one. This CoverGirl one, this one I did have to take some time to use up, but it was broken, the cap there, so I think some air was getting into it. It didn't take too long. And then this last one is from Clinique. This is the High Impact Curling Mascara. This is a brown mascara, so I did not enjoy that because it obviously didn't give me the oomph that I want when it comes to my eyelashes. But this was a pretty good mascara, I would say. I do like Clinique mascaras, at least the other ones that I have. Let's do concealers. So I have 2 concealers that I finished. I don't feel like that's super impressive because they are like small, these stick form, which you use up really fast. Like each of these, I don't think I used more than maybe 3 months each max. I did like both of them. This is Maybelline Dream Lumi. This is the Yves Saint Laurent. I would not repurchase either of those because they're not cruelty free. And everything else here, yeah, I wouldn't repurchase anything so far, even though some of these products I liked somewhat, but none of these have amazed me. Now let's talk eyes for a sec. So I will start out with the order in which I do my eyes. Eyelid primer, of course. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I also have a sample here. So this is the same one, but this is in Sin, and this is just the neutral color, I guess. This is a fine eyelid primer. I don't have any like particular complaints about it. I think it is very good quality, but I don't like it as much as some other eyelid primers I've tried. So for that reason, I will not be repurchasing it. I do have a backup. These are probably among some of the products that I liked the most, but despite that, I will not repurchase. I also finished an eyeshadow. This is an e.l.f. single eyeshadow in the color Innocent. This was nice because it was just like a white, kind of creamy white color, and I got a ton of use out of this, just putting it on the inner corner and on the brow bone. So now I'm kind of missing a color like this, and I have some other ones that I use instead, but I actually thought that this was a great color. 2 eyeshadow related things. This was on one side an eyebrow pencil, and on the other side a little brow bone highlight. This was fine. It was from Essence, would not repurchase. This is another one. I think those are from Bonnie Bell. Kind of serve the same purpose. I think this was supposed to be a lip product, but I did not use this on my lips. Did not enjoy that one. Now we have 2 eyeliners. This one This is from NYX. I can't even pull the eyeliner part out of it. This was one of my favorite products. I would repurchase this if I ever ran out of a brown eyeliner again. However, I do not think I will because I have so many backup eyeliners. So many. Like, you can even see a bunch here. Eyeliners take me forever. And then this one, this is the NYX Super Skinny Marker. I think this just dried out. I did really like it as an eyeliner. I thought it was great. It's still got a tiny bit of color left, but I have since tried other liners like this that are far superior, so wouldn't repurchase that one. And then what we have left is basically Miscellaneous. So I've got 2 powder samples from Laura Mercier. This is nice. I really do like this powder. I guess I would repurchase that if I ever ran out of powder, but I won't for a long time. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I know a lot of people enjoy this, particularly Julia Adams. I really, really did not like this. One of my least favorite products, I think. Glad it was just a sample. This is a highlight from e.l.f. Very, very destroyed packaging. Okay, and then a couple more Miscellaneous. We have a little primer from Tarte. Again, this is a sample. I like this, but it didn't find that it made any difference. This is the Agave Sugar Lip Scrub and the Agave Lip Balm. A couple of these products were in previous like Sephora birthday gifts, so that's why there's so many samples. Partially that and also partially Buns Trades. I didn't really like these, so I definitely would not buy the full items. These are the only things that I've tried from Bite. So haven't been impressed with that brand so far, but I know that's not really makeup, so maybe they're stronger in makeup. And then the last is this Jane Iredale Hydration Spray. This is a setting spray. I like this, I enjoyed it, like the smell was nice, but I did not have strong feelings either way. And I think that that's how I would summarize this whole thing. Like all products, either I really didn't like them, like strong dislike, or I didn't have strong feelings either way. What I can say about that is that a lot of these products I was really just trying to get out of my collection, which I think is fine, but at the same time I don't want to neglect the products that I really do enjoy, so I need to learn to strike a better balance. But I am really, really glad that I got use out of all these products, because most of them I don't think I would have been able to pass on to someone else comfortably. So it was either me or the garbage, and I would always rather myself use it up than it go in the garbage. So that is it for my makeup empties. And then I always wrap up all my videos, well, the last like 3, talking about what I've been reading lately, but I actually have not started a new book yet. I'm waiting for some things to come in from the library. I'm very anxiously awaiting the new Taylor Jenkins Reid, who wrote Daisy Jones and the Six, and that has not come in yet. So I thought that I would talk about a TV show today. First, I will say the reason why I'm such a big reader, I pretty much attribute to one person. So her name is Anne Bogle, or Modern Mrs. Darcy. She has a blog and a podcast. I don't know where I would be without that podcast recommending me books. That was so weird. I always wear a Fitbit, and I felt like my Fitbit was vibrating. So I was like, oh, I have a text. I'm not wearing a Fitbit. That was so weird. Anyways, every year she comes out with a summer reading guide, basically recommendations of new books that are coming out in the summer that are the best of the best. Like, she's read literally every single book that is going to come out in the summer. She gets them all early. So yeah, if you want like a curated collection of books to read, I will link that down below. Definitely check it out. I've already put on hold like at least 10 books that are on that list. So my summer reading is set for me. And then in terms of the show that I watch, I want to talk about Shadow and Bone, because I feel like a lot of people are watching this. I may be a little behind on this just because I film videos quite in advance. So I went into the show not having read the book, which is pretty uncommon for me. I always like to read the book before watching the movie or TV show, but I've been kind of uninterested in YA, young adult fiction, in recent years. I still read some, but when I do, it's like I haven't read much good YA recently. But I am going to try to read the book after, and I have put a couple of different YA books on hold just to like stay immersed in the genre, because I know that there's good stuff out there. I just haven't been happening upon it. But anyways, I had pretty high hopes about this show because I felt like, I think people had compared it to Bridgerton, or in my mind I compared it to Bridgerton, because that's kind of what I was hoping for, like the sense of place being a big part of it. and the romance, or like the love triangle. I know people are really, really obsessed with Ben Barnes, but I just did not connect with it the way that I did with Bridgerton. I thought the world building was amazing, incredible. Like you could tell that it was based on books because the language of the show was so developed. The world that it existed in was so real. So I thought that part was really interesting, but I didn't love the actual like script. So I did really enjoy it. I watched the whole thing. I will read the book and I will probably watch the next couple seasons. It wasn't my favorite show I've seen this year. I did really, really love Bridgerton despite its problems. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if all of my empties here were more than you expected, less than you expected. I don't know. I feel like I thought that there was going to be more. Obviously, I emptied a lot of products. I thought there was going to be more because I've also been pinning like skincare and hair care and everything. And so those products tend to be much larger. So my stash of products that I finished is like, it's filling a lot of bags. This doesn't look like so much because makeup is obviously smaller, but obviously I still finish a lot of products. So that's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.